All right, rules and tools. Master the 6 what components? What do we need? Rules and tools? Well, here's the problem. You jack up your credit all the time. I think it's called amateur hour. So for me, I want you to understand. Take that picture right there and think about it. It's like in my book showing exactly the percentages and what happens on credit. The oldest card, the way we designed it in 70s and 80s, and all cards fluctuate, right down the word fluctuation, but basically 2 cards down. So let's understand. Your cards today, if you basically had what? Credit cards, this is a 10,000, this is a 50. I'd like to get you 10 of these. But what happens is you basically don't have a sticky behind your cards. So that means you jack it up, get stuck, can't get any more. Problem you got to realize in all these dashboards out there is pretty simple. The heartbeat of your credit. You see, you can go to basically Spearing.com, Analytical 750, even Credit Karma. There's a graph. That's the up and down show. You need to learn rules and tools today. Now, here's the thing. We're going to go through some analyzations. There's 30 of them I'm doing today, 30. Now, I've just popped 13 people credit today. I got an unlimited American Express Platinum card, unlimited to $1 million. Then I got a bunch of cards for these people and this and that too. Now, I had 4 people what I'd call crappy credit. They have no credit at all. They jacked it up. They got stuck. Their collection counts. I popped them all a new card on my data score. See, here's the problem with you. These 30 people right in my hand today being analyzed, and this is what we're going to do, it's simple. I've analyzed over 50 million people so far, having fun, showing what needs to be done. I'd get any one of these people right here, guaranteed up to millionaire status. Corporation, structure, and division process, and get you a 750 more. Some of these people got really, I won't say the word crappy credit. I usually say another word too. So today, what do? Let's think. If you have your tablet and pen ready to go, it's very simple. See, for me, it's like I always did for myself. If I drove the black Lamborghini, I'd wear a black suit. The white Lamborghini, the white suit. The yellow car, yellow suit. It's like, the green watch there, and this is the blue watch today with the black band. Okay. You see, the corporation has these Rolex watches. They don't belong to me. I got a division jewelry. Up and away. I've been playing this game for 49 years, and it's fun. You see, I laugh because it's not easy, all right, because you think you got a magic wand. Now, my magic wand's bent. It's bent, it didn't work. All right, bing, 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 it didn't work, it's broken, dang. My magic wand didn't work, did yours? See, in other words, like my book says years ago, BS doesn't pay your bills. Take a picture. Take a picture. I pray and I hope you have your tablet and pen ready to go. If you like a free mouse pad, let us know. Call the office, we'll send you one right away. If not, take that picture right there and laminate it in color, put it on your refrigerator or desk at work. Make it your screensaver. I'm going to tell you screwed up. Sorry. I don't mean you screwed up. You just screwed up. What do? Let's think. 90% of people who start a business fail. All right, they're going to say, and they're funny. To me, all those things they say are a bunch of crap. If you build the foundation, you can get the American dream, which could be living on the hill, drive the car of your dreams. If they sue you, they get dilly squat. I got another file I just had Chris bring to me. He's one of our floor supervisors and managers. And he said, you got him the gold, the platinum card, and this and that, and the ink card, but he wants another card. And he says, if you pop, and this is what I hate it. I don't even like the word hate. If you get him another card, he'll buy more programs. You want me to pop a card so he can afford to pay more for me. Kiss my tush. Pay or go away. I like my way better. Why would I pop something to let you actually take the credit I used my history to pay me on something I did for you when you didn't pay me in the first place? See, it doesn't make any sense. This world is more screwy today than it's ever been. Your problem, you drove by the Wendy's restaurant the other day on the right-hand side. You stopped at the light. You saw that right in the corner. And then you looked on the left-hand side. There's the Jack in the Box. Why don't you own it? I don't understand. Why don't you own it? You've been driving by your opportunity your whole life, and you didn't do diddly squat. That's about it. I don't understand. Now, please never take anything I say personally. I will say we do stupid. You're not stupid. So I do stupid too. I got to master what I do. So again, you're not stupid. What you did was stupid, in my opinion. But again, this is me. I'm online 6 days a week. 6 days a week, 49 years in person or online, helping people like you. Haven't had a paycheck for 40 years. Why would I want one of those? You see, you got a choice. Listen and learn. Now, a lot of you want to go listen to that social media, and that's great stuff. Motivation, oh goody. With no foundation, it's crap as far as I'm concerned. Foundation is the key. If you don't have foundation, sorry, you're part of that 90%. Why don't you write down what I tell myself every day? I'm one of the few, not one of the many. It says following people like ducks and sheep. This is live, by the way. And we're going to analyze 30 people today. So you get to watch it, we get to play the game. Maybe you. We get to play that game. Now, in the beginning, I'm going to say no pictures or recording. I believe the film that you use in your camera and pictures you take every day, you don't look at any of them, but a couple of them, that's about it. But again, see, if we take pictures of what matters the most, that would be the goal today. Now, on the top of that tab and pen, I'd like you to write down, see it, believe it, go get it. See, we're going to talk about your goals and your dream. That's what we need to do. There's me in 1981, okay? Now, I hear Ding Dong say white man can't jump all the time. That makes no sense to me. I think that's called stupid. When I kicked the door jam at 10, then the basketball hoop at T-Week at junior high, the Register newspaper took a picture of me and said, white boys can jump. I'm kicking the damn basketball hoop and going, ee. This is easy stuff for me. I didn't have to run. I just jump up 2 feet, I'm 13 feet in the air. It's like God's holding me up. I always believed I could fly. Why can't I? So a couple of seconds up and away. Okay, but I like goodies. You like goodies? My problem I had in the 80s, all right, is people kept giving me crap. You see, when I basically wanted to create something, it's like what I did for me. I got my first corporation when I was a kid because I sent away $10. I didn't know what I was doing. I was learning as I go, like you do in your life too. $10. But anyway, I started and I invented something called Car Finder. I got $1 million in the friggin' bank. Okay, I'm having fun. I'm 14 and a half years old. I'm driving a Lamborghini. I get put in this program at Orange Coast College. Oh, goody. You see, here's the thing. All right, you have to believe in you. And I think the biggest problem is you don't think you can accomplish the goal. I don't own the Wendy's because I can't afford it. Excuse me, that's an excuse. That has always been a damn excuse. I wanted to know how to go get it. I like goodies. You like goodies? I got basically in trouble all the time as a kid. When you're born in a taxi on the way to Gardena Hospital and mommy throws you in a trash can, what do? Mrs. Hope, the she-devil from hell. See, I basically sold seeds, clackers, and Mojards all weekend when I was 8.5 years old. I came home to count my money. I got $52. I'm feeling good. The devil's wife, her eyes turned red. She grasped my money, said you were paying rent. What the blank? I'm paying rent? I'm 8.5 years old, I'm paying rent. They're getting enough money from the state and federal government. They're screwing me over and abusing me anyway. Kind of sucks. What did I do? The only thing I ever had was books. I got lost in books. It was important to me. See, I didn't like people as a kid because I all wanted to hurt me, use and abuse me, and hell with them. So I went back to the library. I needed to figure some things out. I'd like you to write down savings bonds, okay? I bonds. Please write down double E bond, okay? So I figured out how to protect the money, and that's what I learned at the library because I want to steal my money. I was paying rent since I was 8.5 years old. It kind of sucks. Now, goodies. My problem I had in the 70s and 80s, they would say loan-to-value problem. The loan-to-value problem really is like, are you kidding me? I got $1 million plus in the bank, they're telling me I can't do it. No. See, the word no means they're stupid, they don't know how, in my opinion. That's what I always thought. You don't know how, so you say no. Every goodie you get should be a division. Let's understand something. Okay, if you get the Lamborghini, and I had 21 cars in the car collection, $2.2 billion in real estate, having fun, but again, division process. The way for me to get around that loan-to-value problem was everything was in a separate division. I invented division process 85, 86 anyway. So I like the helicopters, Lamborghinis, and all the goodies and the yachts. Why not? Having the largest U-Dock in Huntington Harbor was fun. Having 3 yachts in my backyard too. We get to play the game. Now, winning the game of business, this is what I think you should think about. In 1976, I came out with a program that I wanted to help the world because I felt that was what my dream or desire was. I feel that was my calling that God wanted me to do. All right, help everybody, no problem. Winning the game of business. In page 6, paragraph 3, I wrote down cash flow for you per time. I wrote down financial freedom, and I created what's called the blueprint of success. I own the rights of these things, and other ding dongs trying to use them. 1976, I'm building a mansion in Nellie, California. I'm driving a Lamborghini Countach. By the way, I had a beard at 12. They didn't know how old I was anyway. But I was 16. What did you do at 16? I didn't go to high school. It was a waste of my time. The next series I wanted to help people with, I wanted to call it Books for Dummies. Let's understand. If you master something, this is me mastering something, one book per month for 12 months. At the end of the 12 months, you have the corporate structure of $1 million corporation. Dun & Bradstreet, credit reports, division process, applications, this and that, tax aids, all the pieces. And I wanted to write Books for Dummies, but that was already taken. So simple, I called it the Millionaire's Founders Kit. Then I also, because Joanne taught me about blueprints when I was in the first grade. She wired Apollo 9, 11, and 13. We lived on Delane Street. And she talked about blueprints. So I thought everything had a blueprint. If we didn't have it, I had to create one. So the Millionaire's Founders Kit, okay? I'd like you to think if you ever want the foundation of Millionaire Corporation, every book had a purpose for 12 months. This would actually instruct you how to build a millionaire company within 12 months or less, but it's up to you. Once again, that's where the blueprint of success, I actually created that because what she taught me as a kid. If you want today, all right, you can get a copy if you want to as well. Now let's understand. I got lucky while I was being used and abused and I paid attention. I am a good listener. All right, let's understand. TRW, Thomas Raymond Woolridge, made bicycle parts in El Segundo, California, one of the areas I was in as a kid. Now, when I met Ken Yarbrough, Witness Protection, I was working for them and doing some things as well and some projects. Ken Yarbrough, he was CID, bodyguard for President Nixon. But he was security chief at TRW, which was TRW stood for, again, Thomas Raymond Woolridge. I thought it start standing for the reports wrong, but it's simple. They became an Aspirian in '96. What I said I wanted to do is the oldest card, okay, that keeps the credit file standard. And then I wanted to create something called the 29% rule. Here's where I believe you screwed up. Every card you have should have a sticky in the back of the card, sticky. I think what you do is you get that $10,000 card and you go, let's go shopping, let's go what? Let's go to dinner. Stop it. That card is only worth $2,900. $2,900. If you jack it up past that, you drop your score, you get stuck, you can't get any more. For most of you who have crappy credit, you're a nice person, you're a good person, you honor your debt, but you didn't know what you're doing, so you used amateur hour. You didn't have blankety blank job, sorry to say, but it's true. This is 10,000, this is the 50. I believe you need 100,000 of personal credit, 100,000. That's what I'd like you to do. If we had that 100,000 and used 29%, $29,000, let's understand how I designed it for me. That gives you 71,000 of safety. See, $71,000 of credit or income can get a family of 5 through the year. What happens is you basically jacked up the wrong card, got stuck. Now, these do not fluctuate. I am an affiliate to creditors, 119 of them, an affiliate, like basically Aspirian, Analytical, Credit Karma, and all that stuff. So I've been an affiliate for years. So what happens? I push the American Express Gold and Platinums 18 years ago because they were, say, paid at the end of the year, end of the month. So you usually had to pay a month, and everybody hated the card. So they did a POT, paid over time limit. So that means it's a $100,000 POT, paid over time limit. So that means it's basically like revolving. It's unlimited. They'll tell you flat it's unlimited up to $1 million. Okay. But what happens is, all right, they don't fluctuate. Let's write down the not fluctuation. So when you jacked up the wrong card, you got stuck, you couldn't get any more, and that's the problem, silly and dumb too. Well, you're not stupid, but you did stupid in my opinion. Anybody who has crappy credit did stupid because you didn't have to jack up the wrong card. These don't fluctuate. You can max these up to $100,000 today in that old whatever time. Bad day, week, month, or year. And what do? It doesn't drop your score. Didn't what? It doesn't drop your score. Then you're going to get some ding-dong going, well, it costs money. It costs $800. You know, people who complain should shut up. That's like when they complain about rich and famous people. Shut up and join them. You get $60 for every 10,000 points on these. They'll pay for themselves 3 times in a given year. So it's kind of like, shut up. The platinum card, I get the lounge at the airport. I get bumped up at first class all the time. Again, all right, because people don't understand how they actually work. Now, it's not about points and shopping. I don't care about that right now. What I care about is 90% of people fail, and they're trying to get the American dream, being an entrepreneur, which most people aren't cut out to be anyway. But they are cut out to get a line of credit at Wells Fargo, Chase, B of A, or U.S. Bank. These are 150s, 300,000. If we took 25,000 off a corporate credit card and we put it into an escrow and you got a certificate of ownership, that means you own something, you have a legacy. I think the world's screwed up. Why? No one builds a legacy. Someone passes away, you get goodies and money, a little house, and get probate. Because they didn't spend $30, they screwed up, in my opinion. I've been teaching and preaching for 49 years how to build the whole foundation for you and corporate division process. So let's use some common sense, okay? Let's say today you allow me to pop you an American Express Platinum that I just got a client earlier. My dashboard says, would you like the personal, business, or division, or expense cards? So I can just load it up and get $9.99 more. So watch. If I add you to one of my credit cards on my dashboard, it's simple. I created the dashboard in 1987 when I'm training Yarborough. If I add you to a credit card, listen carefully, like a B of A, this is 100,000 right here. So if I add you to a credit card, I don't believe in trade lines. I think that's fraud and crap. This is a live card, $62 million of credit cards to play with. I add you to the card, you, division, or corporation. What do I get to do? That means my history, because we have an agreement, is being used for you. When I line you up and I pop you that card, very simple to you, corporate division process, or all the above, we get to play. That means one card under the Fair Lending Act public record can turn into 99 more cards. 99. American Express is always offering you 99 cards off one card. So if I got the gold card or the platinum, and I got the parent company card like I got clients today, what happens? If I got 9 more on the division process. When I created the division process in 85, 86, it's because I didn't want to pay a franchise tax fee in California. You see, I got this letter in the mail in 1984. You have to pay $800 to $1,000 per corporation franchise tax fee. What the blank? I own a bunch of Shakey's, 31 flavors, shopping centers, condos, all right, very simple, subways. And what do? Now I'm going to have to pay up to $1.2 million just on franchise tax fee. Are you kidding me? I got lucky. I listened. I went to Sacramento, California, the capital. Can I create an entity under the corporation that does not have to pay franchise tax fee? When I studied Business Professional Code 17983, I was 7.5 to 9.5 years old. I knew it was wrong. But again, what I could do, connect the dots. So if I get you a card and ask for 9 more cards, because understand, a corporation is a legal what? Person. Supreme Court deemed it to be true. I'm not here to be sapient attorney, but I'll show you chapter 18. Very simple. Every division under that has its own credit file. You do the same thing for you as well. So what do? That's up to $1 million. The dashboard in 1987, when I'm working and helping Yarborough, no problem. What do? I can create a credit file under an SSN or SS4. That's the ultimate goal. You have to decide something. The SS4 form was created as a universal form. Universal. So what happens is this is based on the credit file. Do I want it for a division, corporate, all right, or process, or you? We get to play the game. Now, I'm going to go to the board. I'd like you to write what I write. And I see a couple of people on the screen writing what I write. Please keep doing that. Let's pretend that you turn around and understand Bank of America, B of A, their parent company, has these branches. You have basically Chase, Wells Fargo, U.S. Bank. They've announced their bankrupting locations all over the place, about 20,000 of them. Every location is a branch number. That is a corporation by their parent company owned by a corporation. They have a line of defense. A line of defense. They get to write off everything, what they're doing, and they're playing the game with the IRS. Here's IRS over here, and they're doing tax balancing. You have the right to do the same thing, but unfortunately, you're not learning to play the game to win. You keep bringing the pain home again and again. So let's understand you, Y-O-U. Here's you. I believe you're a bullseye, okay? I don't believe you have a happy face. I believe you have a sad face. Because what did you do? Let's understand. When you were 14 to 16 years old, you were told to go get an SSN. So let's write down SSN, okay? SSN equals, because you did an SS5 form. The SS5 form, SSN equals 1040 tax return. The 1040 tax return, that's what it is, okay? But what happens is, because you didn't know any better, this is what you did. Now, in 1971, Nixon took the gold standard out. This means that a corporation or division process. When he took the standard out, the gold standard in 71, August, that means every woman at the hospital born in 71 on has to sign the SS5 form for SSN for the baby before they leave the hospital. It's federally mandated. So if we play this game to win, what do we do? First of all, what you have to understand is you should have had 3 divisions of you, okay? You have the right with no intent to do fraud to create a corporate umbrella. A corporate umbrella. Just like the banks do, just like the divisions can do as well. And this is where I came up with all the concepts to do this. This is a line of defense. A line of defense. Now each one of these can use the SS4. The SS4 you can download at irs.gov today and understand it's a universal form. It says entity, individual, so it's for employers, entities, or individual people. Universal form. So if we do this correctly, we get to win the game, if you want to win. But what do we get to do? Simple. Now, so we look at something. Okay, here's the banks, and this is what they do for tax balancing. Here's you being a duck and a sheep. But what happens today, if we look at the SSN, it's 1040 tax return. So connecting the dots. The SS4 form right in front of you, there's 26 ways to use the form, not use it and abuse it, but to use it the right way. It says entity, or individual person. It was created, if you go through your history, as a universal form for people, corporations, and entities. But again, it's going to be up to you. If I add you to my dashboard, I have the ability, in the beginning, it'll give Social Security number or tax ID is optional. I don't need tax ID or Social Security on a card that I daisy chain for you or you do for yourself until I ask for separate billing, okay? Which allows them to have its own card. So that way, if I had one card at $100,000, I get 9 more, I get $1 million. The goal is to build a foundation. What I put in my books years ago was this, and very simple to understand, to play the game to win. If you have 9 divisions, we need 18. Let's continue to draw on the board. You ready? Let's write down LLC, Limited Liability Company, which is actually a corporation as well. LLP, S Corp, C Corp, nonprofit, and a PC called Professional Corp. This is your line of defense. I don't care what you pick in the beginning because I think the world's trying to confuse you anyway. I got an LLC. Let's go peekaboo. To me, it's a bunch of BS. But let's understand. Let's continue this. If we today, and write down, here's a box, we create 9 divisions. Let's understand something. So I want you to continue to draw 9 divisions, okay? We're going to make sure we understand how to play the game. All right, 6, 7, 8, and 9, okay? Now, you have tried on your own to do this, other ways you do things what you want, and I believe you failed and it sucks. You brought the pain home. If we say you're good in real estate, then tell me an assignment of mortgage, homestead blocker, you see someone in chattel mortgage I created, so if the tenant doesn't pay, I still get $65,000. See, when I win, I want to, or when I lose, I still want to win. Let's pretend you're going to do what I ask, and you put an M here. This is a management company, okay? If you had 9 houses, that means you have 9 loans, 1 per house. If you have 9 houses, that means you have 9 locations. If you put them all in an LLC, which everyone tells you to do, I'm going to call that stupid. You're not stupid. What you did was stupid. If one slips and falls and sues you and screws you up, you lose them all. You see, you don't put all your eggs in one basket. I heard that as a kid. I asked how do you do this. They couldn't answer the question, so I created division process. So 9 divisions should be 18. Why should it be 18? Let's understand. That means 9 locations here and 9 lines of credit. So if I have 18 divisions and I get $100,000 of credit times 9, there's $1 million. Okay, the parent company and the 9 other ones. So building foundation is the key. I don't care if you have an LLC, LLPC, or S corp, whatever you got in the beginning. I need you to understand how to play the game to win. But again, it's up to you. Now, some of you are going to try this on your own, and good luck with that. If you don't have me set up the divisions with basically the dashboards and credit reports, you're not going to build credit. But again, that's up to you as well. What do we get to do? So I'm online 6 days a week to hold your hand and make sure you do it right, if you want, for the last 49 years, in person or online. So in my books, 40 years ago, it said corporation, divisions, subdivisions, and on. Very simple. One thing about me, I was online and in person for 49 years, but I was at the Bonaventure for 32 years every Wednesday night, in Long Beach, and Ontario, and Orange County. Being the second largest advertiser in California, by the way, 32 years. That's how we played the game to win. But again, my problem I had in '88 is I have $53 million of credit cards. They're shrinking my limits. What am I going to do? They're shrinking them. So what do I do back then? We didn't have the cell phones to ask questions to, or AI or anything. So it's very simple for me. I went literally to the library. I found out C-191D said a corporation can loan out money privately. That's what I did. Privately, okay. So I created a matrix. I wrote another book called Buckets of Money. This allowed me to take $4.6 million, all right, loan it out to people to save houses or buy houses, whatever they wanted to do. And I created a homestead blocker. You see someone in chattel mortgage. They don't pay, I get all their goodies. And if they're a tenant, they basically want to rip me off, I get all the goodies at $65,000 anyway. When I lose, I plan to win anyway. This is a matrix of $4.6 million. It gave me $190,000 a month to the corporation. Very simple. I did the next one, 16 and 32. This is in 1989, by the way. We get to play the game to win. To me, it's always been a game. I want to play the game and win every structure. So what do we get to do? Very simple today. Today, I believe there's only 10 great credit cards. I think the rest are crap. Only 10. That's what I believe. That's just my opinion. The rest I think are a bunch of crap. If you allow me to get you 10 cards at $10,000 each, then I can get you 2 of these as well. You don't have to worry about ruining your score anymore. They don't fluctuate, these do. If we learn rules and tools, we can make sure we get past go. Corporation, $1 million of credit. Division, the same process as well. We get to play the game to win. The goal is to win the game of business. So again, my first series when I was 16 is called Winning the Game of Business. And then I had variations from that as well. So we get to play the game. American Express offers 99 more cards. Okay, Nick, can you do me a favor? Can you fill us up with some of the cough drops? I forgot to throw a bunch in here. Thank you, they're on my desk. All right, now let's understand, common sense. They're offering 99 more cards. I think that's crazy. I can turn that into $100 million easily. But again, I want you to play and I don't want you to rip anything off. This means if I get a pack of 10, for instance, 1 card, 9 more cards. Back in 2006, 7, and 8, people would wire me $100,000 all the time, about 10 times a day. I got to the point of doing $1 million a day having fun. But again, this is what we're going to do. Have one of the #1 info commercials and all kinds of fun stuff, and I had radio shows, TV shows, how to play the game to win. A pack of 10 can actually ask for a separate billing within 6 months, and that gets the ability to create $1 million of credit off 1 card. Thank you. 1 card. Can you imagine 1 card turning it into $1 million? Can you imagine that 99% of people have crappy credit? They did it because they don't know what the heck they're doing anyway. A bunch of amateur hours. So if they learn the rules and tools, why would they steal from their family to start a business? That's called stupid, isn't it? That's just an opinion. But again, you get to do what you want. So Daisy Cheney was created in 1988 by me. No problem. I just want to play and get $1 million. Then we get to play and get more. There's 10 cards. You can actually turn it into $10 million of credit within about 36 months if you want to. But don't go too crazy with it. At least finance the dream, finance the goal. The American dream is living on the hill, drive the car of your dreams. They sue you, they get dilly squat. Here's our problem today, time. Time, credit, money. Time, credit, money is our problem. You lost your job. Oh, blankety blank day. Next week, oh wait, what? 8 months later, Because you don't know what you're doing, you got bad credit, you drag it on for 3 to 6 years. The person who has bad credit today has screwed up and let it get screwed up and drag it for up to 6 to 9 years. It's like they're playing the up and down show. The call centers get about 10 calls a day that say, this company or that company ripped me off doing credit repair. Well, credit repair is against the law, federal law, so you can show you the law, it's public record. But understand, what do? Okay? Our problem is, within 8 months, we've screwed it all up. If you use the rules and tools, these fluctuate, these do not. So can we actually balance our score to get more, of course? See, the $76,000, $71,000 of safety credit gets you through that year. Bad days don't last forever. That's what you got to understand. So personally credit, $100,000 of credit. What happens with all of us if something goes wrong and screws up, what do we get to do? I'd like you to look at bankruptcy code today. Now, I'm not here to be an attorney, it's public record. So you go to bankruptcy code and you look at it, Federal Protection Act, okay. You can bankrupt SSN and SS4. You only get one of these SSNs. You want to be the duck and the sheep, be a duck and a sheep. But here, if one of these screwed up, you get to get rid of the piece and get more pieces. It's like when someone files a bankruptcy, my question is, why don't they seal the record? They're allowed to. Corporations, bankruptcy, what happens and what do we do for companies and credit reports? The credit bureaus lie, all right? Because they don't report to the credit bureaus, to the courts, all right? It's very simple. We have this company out there, it's called Statewide, reporting information. Seal it so it goes away, but again, it's up to you. See, you got to cut all the crap out you waste every other day. They say the average person wastes $50 every other day. If that's true, that's $700 a month. You could actually take the money you kind of waste and piss away and rebuild your life to a $1 million status in about 9 months or less. Corporations, 18 divisions. 100,000 of credit times 9, parent company, there's my $1 million. If I have a problem with this tenant here, this Dodger who was a total jerk, they wouldn't pay on time, making $100 million a year, we can disconnect, I say incorporate. We get to save the other pieces. Your banks do it, your grocery store, your cities do it. Remember, the United States of America incorporated 50 corporations in states and cities. They invented a Chapter 9 bankruptcy for city. They get to bankrupt the debt and stay in business in front of you. While you're sitting there, and what do they do next? Storage units. I've written books on laundromats, car washes, cell phones, all right, from there, all right, pay phones, all this other stuff. Storage units, all right, from there, fourplexes, you name it all. I got to get about $2.2 billion in real estate, having some fun through corporate structure. 21 cars in a car collection, all kinds of fun stuff. But I learned never to have anything in my name because that'd be stupid. When I bought my first storage unit years ago, all right, well, I partnered with my ex-father-in-law, okay. We get to get $17,350 a month. We were 50-50, understand? It's not this 49-50, no. If I line you up to buy a storage unit or whatever it is, a laundromat, car wash, or whatever we want, you're going to give an escrow company 25 to 75% of the money off of a line of credit, okay? You're going to write that check from that line of credit to the escrow company. I don't ever touch that money. I'm not going to be known as a Ponzi. I watch too many Ponzi's out there as it is. So what do? See, this is where you screwed up. This allows you to have a piece of ownership in something forever. That means when you leave a legacy to your kids, they replace you as officer of the corporation. They don't have to pay, a franchise tax fee. They don't have to pay an inheritance tax. They don't have to pay diddly squat. They just take over for you. You're fired, now they take over. That's what the goal is. Let them take over. But again, structure. So that $17,350 a month absorb, pay tax when we're profitable. If you're growing a business like all the rich and famous people do, you're probably not going to be taxed because you created debt to offset the taxes. You get to play the game to win. Again, understand how to play. So time is everything. The lack of knowledge is our stupidity. Unfortunately, that's what happens to people every day. Now, online, I watch people, there's like 4 or 5 of them on social media. You need a Capital One secured card to start your credit file. These people are, I'm going to say they are stupid, okay? See, you don't have a credit file, now you want to get a Capital One secured card. That's an inquiry, you're going in the wrong direction. I call that stupid, in my opinion. All right, if you allow my dashboard to do it for you, like I did for 4 people today, got them a brand new car, they have no credit file. See, what I want to do for the next generation in high school and college, I want to start the credit file for them. I don't want them to screw up like you did. Okay, simple. I want to start their file, and I want to get them the first credit card and get them the free download books. Starting out right. It'll tell them exactly what needs to be done. Starting out right. And that's the ultimate goal, okay, as we play this game to win. Now, if you don't allow me to build a card, I'm going to tell you openskycard.com. There's no inquiry. I mean, these ding-dongs on social media don't know diddly squat, but they do have their baseball caps backwards, and they're geniuses. I've never seen someone's BS in my life. Open Sky, there's no inquiry, $200, spend $25. Simple. If you allow me to do it, I'll do it for you. But again, that's high schoolers and people in college, starting their file and doing it right. I'm going to start everybody's file for free, get them the first credit card. If you need to get the free download, call the office or go on Amazon and get the download. Simple. What I believe you did is you had good intent. We're in the kitchen table with your friends and family. Okay, goody. All right, honey, we're going to start a business. We're going to jack up our credit cards, drop our score so it drops. Can't get any more. We're going to bring the pain over you and me and haunt the house and be stupid too. That's what you did. Sorry. Why would you jack up the wrong damn card? Do these work or something? I don't understand. I've been teaching and preaching for 49 years. Where you been? Why would you ever jack up the wrong card when these do not fluctuate at all? Unlimited up to $1 million freaking dollars. Pay your time limit 100,000. I don't understand why people have bad credit in the first place. I would never bring the pain home. I'd rather take the Glock out of the trunk of my car and shoot myself in the foot. To me, it's not acceptable. I am one of the few, not one of the many. I think you should focus on that too. What do? NACB certifies me #1 consultant worldwide. I'm the guy trading Yarborough saying it's 25 to 20% rule. All dashboards say below 30, but they're not giving the rules and tools. 5, 10, 25%, 29% is green, 50 is yellow, okay? 30 is yellow, 50 is red. So based on the utilization of credit, understand how to play the game to win. The reason I want you to understand structure, if I rebuild you like these 30 people today, every one of these, if they do what they're told to do, I can get them to millionaire status in 6 months or less. But will they do what they're told? They're 35 to 75 years old. They've tried their way sucks. They're fired. Hire me, because this is ridiculous. It is ridiculous that you keep playing the up and down show. If you do it my way and understand safety, credit, and balancing the line of defense, you won't bring the pain home. But it's up to you to listen and learn again, to play. If you have a collection item, there's 5 ways to kill a debt. Very simple. If you have an IRS problem, they have a Form 2 for you, irs.gov. It's called 656. They have a 433A and B. Okay, we have to play the game. Now, I don't say credit repair is a scam or fraud. I just repeat what the Federal Trade Commission says every day. They indicted Daniel, the Credit Repair Cloud, the #1 database out there going blah, blah, blah. They're not allowed to collect money up front unless they're an educational company and a nonprofit, 501c3. The building I'm standing in meets all those requirements. Simple. But again, we don't do credit repair. We're not going to be a bunch of liars, okay? Not mine, not late. The book years ago called Prove It or Remove It. I wrote that one too, by the way. Now let's understand what we get to do. I would like you to write down Section 611, just Google it. It'll show this in front of you. Next. All right, all these people out there are using my books and products anyway, so why don't you get a copy? These are letters to creditors and credit bureaus, no problem at all. It's called Winning the Credit Game. I created that over 40 years ago. Take a picture, screenshot it, send it to all your friends and family. Understand your own rules and tools. That's what they're doing anyway. It's a free download for you. On the social media, you go, well, there's a collection item. You get to do this. Stop. Stop. Years ago in all the credit bureaus, you had Consumer Credit Counseling, one of my companies, nonprofit. Here's Debt Crisis Intervention. The goal is you need a copy of the Fair Debt Collections Practices Act. Picture, scan it, get a copy. You need to know your true rules and tools. That's it. Why is everybody trying to make it a secret? You know, it's like that motivational stuff. That's great, but it lasts an hour or two. The bottom line's up to you. Now, I'm going to tell you analytical, all right, 750.com. That's the only dashboard you really want. Why? A, they haven't been indicted like Credit Karma 6 times. All right. B, the next thing is, LifeLock. Oh, goody. They've been indicted 6 times, and their last indictment is $100 million. Here's a true dashboard that has all 3 agencies, Experian, Treasury, and Equifax. Why do I need a spear in? That's what Chase uses. I'm going to get you Freedom and Sapphire cards and ink cards, 6 of those too, if you allow me to. But again, there's no interest up to 22 months. So you take your picture and you sign it for that, 25 bucks a month. And they actually replace the dark web as well if you want to. But again, it's up to you. My mindset for me is I can accomplish any goal. If I can touch it, I can kick it. That's me. Kicking the door jam at 10. The basketball hoop when I was literally 14 at T. Wicker Junior High. The red shoes taking a picture. White boys can jump. Every time I hear some idiot or excuse me, ding dong saying white men can't jump, it's like, give me a break. That's 13 damn feet. Jumping 2 feet off the ground, ready to go. I don't like BS. So again, it's a mindset. You can accomplish every goal you ever had in your brain if you want to. It's to see it, believe, and go get it. Now, if you like me, Google a review. If you don't, leave me alone. Simple. Luckily, they changed the laws because when I was in the coma in 2011, all right, these people were pretending to be me. They got some bad reviews, and people blame me for that. Okay. Well, the reality is now we get to sue them. I offered them each $1,000 to go away. I don't like BS. If the devil showed up today, I'd help him too, and his wife too. So if you like me, Google review. If you don't, leave me alone. Simple. See, now everybody likes me and everybody likes you. If you want to reach your goal, it's 38 steps. That has never changed. It takes 38 steps to reach any goal. Period. It hasn't changed. You have to write things down to process in your brain 8 times to memorize it, and that's what it is. So I always say write with your eyes and your body and your ears and your brain. Use your hands too. What is our goal? Winning the game of business. Now, I didn't know any better, and I called it auto income. What did I do? Very simple. 1987. I'm driving my Lamborghini to Orange Coast College, 19 houses in Division Process 2, and I go to this event. This event is selling payphones. Okay, it sounds good. For $1,600 to get a payphone, that actually brings in up to $300 a month. Okay, so no problem. So how many months would it take to break even and get a positive cash flow? I said I'll take 10. I charged it to American Express and also to basically one of my business cards. I'll take 10. Now I got 10, all right, gonna do $300 a month. Okay, no problem, it's a numbers game. I keep going to these events, seeing what's next and what's next. What happened is very simple. This lady was just complaining. They only made $280. You guarantee $300. They didn't guarantee anything. They said up to $300 a month. By the time I was done buying everybody's routes that didn't want them, I had 22,000 payphones. By the way, that's 6.6 million a month. It's a numbers game. See, numbers don't lie, just people lie. That's how it works. So I get to play the game and win. I want you to focus on one thing today. No matter what you do, whatever you do. If you allow me to help rebuild you, corporation division process, why don't we focus on $5,000 a month? Why don't we take corporate credit, get into an escrow, you get to basically get certificate of ownership, and let's get you up to $5,000 a month. As it reminds us that what you use to buy it or invest in it, you're going to have about $3,200 of positive cash flow. Then I want you to do it again and again up to $10,000, but it's up to you. You see, I think the world's wrong. I think I'm right. We shouldn't be focused on being rich. We should focus on income, auto income, up to $10,000 a month, enhancing income or replacing. But again, that's my first series when I was 16, winning the game of business. The next series was basically simple. I wanted to call it Books for Dummies, but that was already taken. So I called it the Millionaire's Founders Kit, the blueprint of success. From there, I sold it at the Bonaventure for 32 years. 5,000 set. Take a picture, scan it. If today you want a copy of literally the 12 books and CDs, the foundation of the millionaire structure, it's right there. Take your picture, scan it, and get it online right away. It's up to you. But again, it's going to help you get to the $1 million dream. Now, you might want to visit the library at Amazon. I've written over 65 books so far, but it's up to you as well as we play this game. I'd like you to get your cell phone ready, if you would please. Again, I want you to focus about the Wendy's, the storage unit, the laundromat, the car wash, the fourplex, the apartment complex. I don't want you to give me money to invest for you because I don't believe in that. It's crap. To me, that's a Ponzi. All right, but again, my clients are out there doing that, and I don't believe it anyway. But what happens is for you, if you take a line of credit I build you and you put money into an escrow, $25,000 to $75,000, and you get auto income to your division and corporation, that's forever. You own a piece of something, there's a legacy. Did you take your picture? See, that's where I think you screwed up. That should be your dream, in my opinion. Auto income. But it's up to you. As we play, I'd like you to learn to be a puppet master. I created that 40 years ago for rich and famous people, by the way. Being a puppet master. It doesn't matter I had $2.2 billion of real estate through corporate structure and 21 cars. If I wore my black suit, drove the black car. All right, then the watch would match that too. If I wore the white suit, I wore the white car. The Ferrari or whatever, the red one or the yellow one, okay? See, I don't own the cars, but I got the keys. Boom, 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 boom. For me, meditation is getting in the car and turning on the engine. See, what happens is meditation we all need. But again, that represented 1,013 divisions. My professor years ago was right. He says I'm paranoid. He's right. I'm afraid someone's going to steal my goodies. 1,013 divisions. Chapter 18. All right, very simple. I'll show that to you as well. Business Professional Code 17983. When I got that letter in 84 in the mail, I got to pay franchise tax fee. That's like, are you kidding me? Why would I do that? But again, what do we get to do? Franchise tax fee. $800 to $1,000? Oh my goodness. So that would have been up to $1.2 million. To me, that was ridiculous. Sacramento, capital California, can I create an entity under a corporation? All right, create a form or modify them. That's what they said. Okay. So we took, and I modified a form a couple of times. It's been modified over the years, about 8 times so far. It said husband and wife and partner. If you have a corporation today, your division will be number 4A. I will be number 4. Okay? And we will put an A, B, and C there. What this does is it lets you own a piece of something. I believe you all screwed up. You wasted $100,000 to $1 million and pissed it away. That's my opinion. What happens? Very simple. If you own a piece of a Wendy's, a storage unit, a laundromat, or something, and you put money in escrow, you get a certificate of ownership. That doesn't do anybody else. You own that piece. All right, they're going to pay you a fee every month forever because you own a piece of something. And that's the goal. My problem in the 80s, I had too many escrows going. I turned my clients into my soldiers since 1987, by the way. So again, I like you to own a piece of something. When I do a partnership with somebody, I got to connect all the dots, what they might be missing. My goal is very simple. I'd like to tell you what to do every 3 weeks and build your goal list with you, for you. But again, every 3 weeks, I'm on the phone with you for a year. And don't worry, most of you are going to stay with me for life anyway, because clients usually do. $200,000 of credit, $100,000 of personal business, no problem. All right, used to have people wire me $100,000 for that. Coaching and blueprint call. Today, it's $27,000. If it was paid in full today, it's 20 grand, simple. If you don't want the thousands of credit, 100,000 of credit, or 200,000, then you just let me partner with you and guide you every step of the way and do the work with you for you. That means you're going to basically get stuck in an escrow. And that means it's $10,000. I have one left. I can only do 40 people in coaching, 3 calls a day, because I broadcast this every day as well. And I got classes today and tomorrow too. This is my 2nd broadcast today. Actually, it's my 4th broadcast today. How's that? $10,000 and you get to play. If you don't have the bank accounts that show 3,016 transactions I do, they usually ask for 30. And if you don't have hundreds of thousands of millions of dollars to play with, I'll show my bank account for you because we partnered up in an agreement too. You see, we get to play the game to win. 1,000 steps to millionaire. That's what it takes. All right, Millionaire's Founders Kit. Blueprint of Success, sold at the Bonaventure for 32 years, $5,000 a set. Being the 2nd largest advertiser in California one time. We all have an old blankety blank day. 2009, I got 3 yachts in my backyard. I got the largest U-dock in Huntington Harbor. Wife says she's got 72 people as guests to watch the fireworks. Okay, no problem. Middle yacht, why not? Next morning, because someone had a virus, I'm in a coma. I can hear everything, I can't move. I get to die at 5:41 and I get a choice to come back or stay in peace. I said, go back that day. What did my wife do? She's freaking out. She calls Ron at the office, my district manager, and says, Ray's in a coma, I need some help. He drives U-Haul truck to the office at One Technology Drive over on Spectrum, 22,000 square foot building and everything else, and steals books and CDs. Wow, who do you count on? From there, my IT manager, Tom, Because I got 50 million people in my database. I had TV and radio shows with George Putnam, David Horowitz, and all kinds of stuff for over 40 years. All right, he sells it to a porn site. They're the highest bidder. Never called the phone number on the CD. I trust God and I trust me and my wife and my kids. That's it. What do? I need to blueprint you. I'm usually 25,000 a day, basically 3,000 an hour for the last 45 plus years. What we're going to do is a Teams meeting or Zoom or whatever needs to be done for you. I want you and your partner on the phone of life. I want to look at past, present, and future. Good, bad, ugly. Do you have a bankruptcy? Did you seal it? Do you have a tax lien? Do you solve the problem? Solve the problem? Do you screw American Express or Chase? I need to know the answers to this. You have a family. You have a spouse. Corporation. How many divisions do you have? The problem we have with all these people today is like the division process. Again, irrevocable trust. We have to learn to plan to live, got to plan to die. That's the goal. The car. Your car today, I don't care what they say on social media about what you can write off. I want you to transfer the registered owner to a division of a corporation. See, when you're in a bumpity bump at Sam's Club, they're going to sue the registered owner, which is you. Here they sue the division, not you, or the corporation too. Eventually, you're going to take that car and you're going to trade it into the company who has a division car, and it's going to be a write-off because it owns by the corporation, owns the car. All that stuff about write-off miles and crap, that's just crap as far as I'm concerned. Your new house in the future will be bought through the trust. My way. Auto income, cash flow for your time. A blueprint call uses $5,000. The office sells it for $2,000, no problem. And I give it away today for $9.99. That's an hour of your partner life on the phone with me. If you did it right away by Zelle. If you don't, call the office and pay more. It's simple to do. Partner with me, it becomes free. Okay, we get to play the game. Why would you want just a basic phone call with me? Because I can increase your limits on your cards and play the game and answer your questions. Right now they're discounting me for 15 minutes for $500. Online today, if you did it at $3.99, you get that call. If you Zelle right away. But if you don't, you blew it. Okay, pay more, call the office. Here's your Zelle, take a picture. It's right there. I love Zelle. Ever since the banks bought Zelle on July 6, 2022, fastest way to transfer money. On top of that, that's why they're closing down 20,000 locations this last month. So what do? I'm going to say Zelle, and basically always good. See, the office, they created this character. Because when you basically want to put my hands up and go like this, it's Zelle, now, and it's going to say always good. They're having fun at my expense. It's cute, I guess. If you want, you can call the office at 800-254-9506. If you use a card, they will charge you 5% more. Now, I would like, if I'm going to rebuild you the right way, to give you rules and tools. If I don't explain it to you, you're going to want to tell me. So the goal is to over-tell you a little bit today. I'd like to create your daily list, your weekly list, your project list. I want to create your goal list. Because if you could accomplish it, you wouldn't be playing with me today. Your problem is still you. What are we going to do? If I can touch it, I can kick it. I actually indentated my skull right here, in the skull, okay? That's how hard I hit it. At one time, I had the fastest kick and the highest kick on this planet. Again, I like to touch things. I like to get goodies. But again, what it is? Division process. The ultimate goal to play the game to win. Okay. And what it is again, what I'm going to say, always good. Thank you, Jesus. See, I got to keep my mindset. We all have a no blankety blank day like yesterday. Our office, they had no internet all day. Half the people couldn't come into work. And Spectrum cost us over $20,000 plus. They then going to give me a little story. No. Last time Time Warner did it, I went and took them to court. I got $18,000. They're going to pay me every dime we lost yesterday. Okay? Because Spectrum sucks, in my opinion. If you need shared office space, no, I don't do that. I lease 12 feet at a time. You can classify it as your own office if you want. But what happens is the bank's going to want a real address. There you go. And you don't want to use your home address anyway. What do we have to do? So you get to play my way for a while. Today and tomorrow, you could actually invite people into my programs and my classes. I have 5 classes tomorrow too. If you do that and you register them in my HubSpot before they buy anything, that'll tell you get a store credit, you get a check or a Zelle back to you. You could actually make $1,000 today or tomorrow, but it's up to you. Take your picture, register your referrals right there, become an affiliate. See, we get to play. Everybody's got a sad story. At the end of the day, I don't think anybody cares. I'm born in a taxi. She didn't want me. Got thrown in a trash can. Sucks. Mrs. Hope, she dove from hell. Nobody cares at the end of the day. You got the mommy and the daddy, and that's good in your family. I didn't get nothing. I get to eat out of a trash can. It kind of sucks. But I learned to get out of hell. Take a picture. That's Analytical 750 helping you down in Broad Street. By the way, the specialty class tomorrow is down in Broad Street. Would you like me to invite you to it? Would you like to play, get supply and vendor credit too? Analytical is going to analyze you first time for free. They're going to call you every 46 days and tell you what's next. They're going to guarantee they have a $2 million bond for the dark web, so you don't need that LifeLock thing that's been indicted 6 times. And on top of that, their new app coming out is going to have Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, TransUnion, Equifax, business reports. So I'd say you should scan it now and spend the $25 a month. Let me change your life. Let them change your life too. I'll help them do and help you. Now, here's that chapter 18. I am 7.5 years old. Mrs. Hope has a poker game every Wednesday night. I'm in the corner taking my little notes. They said, and this is what they said, a corporation's a legal person. It's right there. Chapter 18 deemed a corporation as a legal person, but it also, Supreme Court is the one who did that. Supreme Court. It's right there, chapter 18. I'm not here to be CPA and attorney, but I want to explain to you, and you can check it out. It says may sue or be sued right there. So if they sue the corp, they tend to sue you, because you guarantee things in any way too. I'm 7.5. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just guessing. Come on. I'm reading, creating a blueprint. The librarian, she was rude. I want to create a blueprint because Joanne said everything is a blueprint. Now it says under Business Professional Code, not required, right there in front of you. I felt when I was 9.5 years old, it was wrong. That's what I felt. It was wrong. So what do I do? Okay, I don't know what to do yet. I sent away a little money order for $10. That's it. That corporation I set up at Helping Hand Industries, very simple. Today is $30. I believe you spend thousands of dollars for a piece of paper with an attorney who's practicing law, hasn't got it right yet, CPA and a corporation service, and they're not learning diddly squat. Corporations and divisions have a problem. I can get credit for a person, corp divisions right away, no problem. Corporation line of credit at the bank, they're going to want basically a 2-year corporation. So I'd tell you to do it now. All right, because you have less than 60 days left. If you blow it, that's on you. My first corporation was Helping Hand Industries. I got well over $100,000 in the mail. Mrs. Hope called Ted Turner, was at that poker game. What did he do? Is he a crook? I'm 9.5 years old. There's $100,000 credit came in the mail. She thinks I'm a crook. I explained to Ted Turner there's 26 ways to do an SS4. 26 ways. I started the Orange County Blind Center. I got screwed up on that too. Everywhere I'm turning, I'm learning how I go and do things. So understand, you learn life by life. Anybody can go to school, get the time to do the paper. That's easy. I did that too. But you learn by doing, and that's how you get trained. So, the Orange County Blind Center. I got named in a lawsuit because I used the word Braille, belonging to the Braille Institution. The goal is to never bring the pain home. All right, nonprofit. It is a irs.gov, write down irs.gov, 1023, and you're going to obtain a 501c3 exemption. Our president currently is going to give away $100 billion next year to take care of the homeless program. So you might want to get your nonprofit this year because it has to be this year before you ask for grant money next year. If not, you have to wait another year. It's up to you. We get to play the game, winning the game of business. There are credit cards for nonprofit with no liability to. You have basically grant money like in California. This is great. You can go in and I want grant, I want this program, that program. Would you like a $2 million grant for boats training? Would you like all these silly? You realize it's simple. But again, you get to learn to play the game to win. Now, Google's going to give you $10,000 of grant money as well. What they did a couple years ago, they actually did a study about nonprofit getting a federal exemption, 501c3 public benefit. They found out the nonprofit can do 4 times than a McDonald's does. I would tell you to do elderly hospice house, okay, elderly transportation and food delivery. You see, if you do all these things, that's $100,000 per each item right there per month. You could bring in $500,000 monthly into a nonprofit, provide jobs and help people if you want to. It's up to you. The grant money, federal grant money, state grant money, there you go. Working in conjunction. So again, you're going to give $100 billion next year. It's crazy. But again, what can we do? Nonprofit corporation must be filed in 2025, so qualify for grant money in 2026. It's just the truth. So I tell you to do it right away. It's up to you. I have a class for nonprofit. Again, they're going to charge up to $15,000 for the exemption. You might want to go to my class. I do it every 11 weeks. What do we do? Have some fun. Today, if you want a profit and nonprofit corporation, okay, and you want to have credit on kinds of goodies, let's understand something. The articles are also listed in tax ID. I want to get you basically set up the right way. I'd like to set it up for you, put you in the nonprofit workshop as well. If you do this, it's about $4,000, no problem. Because I want to make sure you do this correctly, I'm throwing in $25,000 in credit to it. And today, if it's done today, I mean now, not tomorrow, not next week, it's $999. It's a giveaway. Because I want you to do nonprofit, help more people, provide more jobs. If it was done during this broadcast only. If you don't do it during the broadcast, then it's up to you. Pay a little bit more, call the office right away after I'm done. Again, the lie. The lie that the world tells you is the corporation protects you. It's like, peekaboo, I got an LLC. No. When I trained Yarborough in the 70s and 80s, he kept saying division process took too long. No, it does not. Corporation, division process, we get credit right away. Line of credit is 2 years at the bank for $150. When you sign a car on behalf of the corporation or lease of a building and a credit card, you pierce your veil. If you bankrupt the corp like people on social media say you can, it still comes to get you. You guaranteed it. If you would have had a division of you could have circumvented that problem for you and your family. Unfortunately, you didn't play that way. You've been kind of guessing all along anyway. That's what most people do. So what happens is very simple. If we repackage it like Humpty Dumpty, that would be the goal. Because I think everybody needs some pieces they're missing. What do? Classes. Tomorrow at 7 a.m. in the morning, goal setting, Pacific Standard Time, all through the day you can get stuck with me if you want to play. But again, if you don't, then that's on you. I've been helping people for 6 days a week, literally free, for 49 years. But again, it's a choice getting some goodies. I like goodies. If you need a corporation, again, it's free. It's right there. Scan it, pay your $100 or $30 today in California. Profit or nonprofit. Simple. Specialty classes, tomorrow's done in Broad Street. From there, we're going to talk about cars and equipment and divisions and daisy chain, irrevocable trust. I've been teaching these classes for 49 years, usually every Friday and Saturday. If I take borrow money, it's not taxable. Let's say I take all these American Express cards or these 150s from Wells Fargo, no problem. What's the goal? If I take borrow money not taxable, or 42 million out of the 62 million right here, so I don't drop it on the ground, we get to basically do what? We're creating debt to offset taxes. We're buying the lifetime income, which should be a fourplex, an apartment complex, a Wendy's or a Jack in the Box, something like that. Auto income, you should own a piece or at least a percentage of a piece. That's how you win. If we use manageable debt today, 100,000 on personal, million to the corporation auto income, we should learn to leverage money into more money. There's the goal. The dashboard doesn't lie. I created 1987, person corp division process. It's nice. Building credit right away. If you needed 25,000 credit to you, the office charges you 10%. 2,500 bucks. There you go. Simple. They'll get you 25,000. I'll build it for you too. So problem. From there, if you did it today through me, I'm doing it for $9.99 if it was Zelle today or credit right away. If you don't, I'm going to tell you to call the office when I'm done talking and pay the full price. I give you an opportunity to motivate you now. And that's why I say now, and Zelle. If you Zelle, you save another 10%. If you want 50,000 credit, no problem at all. Usually 5,000 is $29.99 today. And if you Zelle, you save 5% or 10% on that too. My goal is to make sure you're not a procrastinator. Most of you are procrastinators, and that's the killer of a dream. If you lock into something and you basically follow through, I'll hold you and hold your hand every step of the way. If we need $100,000, it's usually $10,000. Instead of the 8, they get a discount today. If you did it through me during the live right now, it's $5,000 for that 100,000. Very simple. If you want to play, there's your Zelle, or call the office 1-800. All right, very simple. 254-9506. Use a card, they will charge you 5% more. Simple. The goal is to build you up and away. You want me to build you credit off my dashboard because I can get basically bigger lines of credit. And that's the ultimate goal. The Ray Reynolds University started in 2001. Okay, very simple. The building was one technology driver right Spectrum until I died in a coma. And I got to come back and help you. Goal is simple. See, I like goodies. You like goodies? Always division process. Anybody who does what they're asked to do or told what to do within 90 days can have a 750 score. That's why I analyze every person I've ever had as a client for 50 million people, personally myself, as the founder of the organization. You get to play. Now, I'm going to guarantee what I say I do in writing. In writing, I carry a $2 million bond as well. Yes, there were some turds years ago when I was in a coma that pretended to be me, and they got some bad reviews. Now it's my fault. What do? If you follow the rules, very simple today, very simple there, I will guarantee you results. If you screw up and you violate the rules and tools, then I want you to take responsibility. I tell you, do not apply for credit during the program and do not jack up your cards. That's it. If you can follow the rules and tools. If you screw up, I might have to do the wrapper rescore and add more history again. I charge a fee for that. I don't work for free, neither do you. I don't have my time here for free. The office still has bills to pay, but it's up to you. So I died in a coma. Kind of sucks. My tax attorney tricks my wife to sign a POA. I'm screaming my head off, nobody can hear me. But again, that signature cost me $3.7 billion that day. All right, corporate structure, of course. The nurse asked my wife if I was a donor. I was given a choice to stay in peace or go back. I said go back because my wife's freaking out. So the reality is I get to come back. We get to be homeless again. And with the kids in the car, what do we do next? It's simple. We have to learn to play the game. So no excuses from now on. I moved 24 times by the time I'm 11 and a half years old. All right, Torrance, Watts, Hawthorne, and all these good areas in Long Beach too. You had to learn to kick it or run. I'd rather die than run. Simple. I've literally been shot by a gun 3 times. I've been knifed 6 times. I have no excuses, neither do you. But it's going to be up to you to follow through. So if you can touch it, you can kick it. Got it so far? If you can do the splits every which way I can, simple to do. Now, we did some research and found out that my Richard Bishop's my grandfather. He won the Olympics in 1932, by the way, for gymnastics. Maybe that's why I can jump up and away. But that's Coach Bishop, Roosevelt High. If you did your movie after him too, and I think he looks like Al Capone anyway. He didn't care either. So what do? Today, I want you to repackage you my way. I think your way sucks. Please write down driver's license, insurance, registration. Write it down now, please. See, you're highly intelligent, but I think you do something that's stupid. You get in a bumpity bump at Sam's Club, you pull out your driver's license, insurance, registration. By the way, it has your home address on it. That's called stupid. Mine's always had P.O. Box. Understand? The insurance and the registration of that car belong to a division. No, division, yeah, but it's basically a P.O. Box. Why would anybody as highly intelligent as you are give away your home address? That is the stupidest thing you ever did in your life. Then you explain that, I work, we got to take care of the core product. Stop. Shut up. They're listening. They know when to rob your house. I don't like stupid. Sorry. Again, I'd like you to write down another thing too. See, my goal is to train you my way. I got to millionaire at 14 and a half, first billion 21, double billion 26. But that's me through the corporate structure, 3.7 billion 2009. But again, I got to start over again and again too. I'd like you to write down the word or. Don't you ever use and. The and is stupid. You're married, your spouse goes and passes away and goes to a better place than here because we're living in hell. And you sign, oh, you and. Now you're in probate. Or there's no probate. Understand or, never and. We have to plan the problem. We have to plan to die. We have to plan to live. We're going to do a wrapper rescore on your credit file because I created it 47 years ago. Make the score up and away. We're going to show you basically for a 750 score, if you can let me build it for you, I'll get you 5,000 to 10,000 cars in a wrapper rescore. The paralegals will actually work with you to correct everything that's wrong anyway. But it's very simple for 9 months for free. They're going to charge you $14.99. The discount today during the webinar with me is $500, so it's $9.99. The goal is to never bring the pain home. Keep in mind, I'm lining you up to be a CFO, Chief Financial Officer. That's the goal, Chief Financial Officer. If you have a corporation today, fantastic. I would like to add history to it. all right, analyze you, and basically get ready to go to play and pop you some credit. I'd like to get you $25,000 of credit right away. Cost you $2,500. That gives you 10 times your investment, and start lining up to pop credit right away. The discount for that today is basically $500, $19.99. If you did it today right away, it's up to you. So what do? We discount it. We line you up correctly. Line it up, $19.99. What is our goal? See, those are Zell, and now, if you want to, or call the office right away. Talk to a specialist. Remember, you're stuck with me up to 6 days a week if you want, but it's up to you as we play the game. Having clients on those social media platforms, helping people, that's nice. It's how you get a laundromat of cars, all these clients over the years, it's great. The one that say, I'm going to repair your credit. Webster's dictionary says the word repair is wrong. It should basically re-real their education. That's how you basically work within the system. But Federal Trade says it's against the law, but that's what they say. The ones that keep saying, I'm rich, how rich are you? I believe the IRS is listening. If you're rich, that means you pay 60 plus in tax. If you're a puppet master controlling corporations that are rich and what, then you don't pay any tax because you're not rich. I think they're confusing people. What do you think? Do you want to be a millionaire? It's simple, yes or no. If I gave you $1 million of cash today, what would you do with it? Your biggest problem is you. Why? I want to buy a house, car. No. If you would basically take $1 million in reference 3 times 5, that makes it $1.5 million. That's what I showed Mr. Buffett having a root beer float years ago. Leveraging money makes sense. You keep pissing it away. Sorry, but it's true. I want you to be a millionaire corporation. 9 divisions, all right, 9 lines of credit. 9 houses separating liability. If one screws up, we get rid of the bad piece like the bank or certain cities do. Why would you bring the pain home in the first place when you never had to? Because your lack of knowledge is our stupidity. We're not stupid, we follow stupid. But it's up to you again. I would like you to think about, you see, it's like my kids. I have 6 beautiful kids, 5 girls and a boy. I have 13 grandkids. My son just turned 12. By the way, all right, this is his American Express combo card. These are his courtesy checks. See, I started their files a long time ago. They've all got a corporation since they were born, by the way. So when I die, they get nothing. They're connected to the corporations anyway. So there's no probate. My youngest daughter just turned 18. Here's her courtesy checks. So if we play the game, we can play to win. I'd like you to set up a division for your children, if that's okay, under your corporation. I'd like you to think about your grandkids too. Why don't we get them literally set up, all right, and get them to do what? Starting out right, but it's going to be up to you. Play the game. Linda's phenomenal. Linda came to my Eagle's Nest program in 1986. She spent $2,026 a month, wrote it off, okay. But what did I do? I made her a millionaire 5 times so far plus. She took the Hyatt Hotel in Texas and converted it to the Blueprint Apartments, named it after me, okay? No problem. Take a picture, scan it later today. She'll tell you I made her a millionaire 5 times. That's how you play. Her latest program and product she's doing is $27 million a year. We could play. If we buy an apartment complex and when you put money into a program in an escrow, that means you own part of it. Now, I'm going to get you between $5,000 to $10,000 a month. Okay, no problem. If that's all you want, fantastic. Behind the scenes, I'm going to become the bank. I'm going to take that form I created called assignment of mortgage in '88. We're going to dissect the pieces. Corporation division, division process. That's why you need 125 subdivisions. That is going to be about $36,000 to $126,000 a month when you become the bank. So the goal is very simple. When you invest with somebody, they get to split it out for everybody like a Ponzi. I want you to own a piece, so you have auto income on a monthly base all the time. That's how you get to the American dream, but it's up to you. If you want a Wendy's, storage unit, fourplex, or apartment complex, take your picture. That's what happens today. You need the division process. When I set up a division, and I set up basically on my dashboard, I'm allowed to use tax ID, name of corporation or you, and I get to use all your credit history. So what happens is I use 2,000 of history. I don't need tax ID getting a card off my cards for you. It offers separate billing, by the way. If I do this and help you daisy chain the credit for more, then we don't need tax ID detail after we daisy chain credit. So again, there's a process and a class for that too. Every division is about $1,000. Here you have Experian, Treasury, and Equifax. Simple to do. Okay, no problem. I set up the credit files and history ready to go. If you want 3 with or without credit, or 9 or 12, here you go. Take your picture. All right, from there, Zelle now and get to the discount, or call the office later today. I'm going to double the numbers today. 3 is 6, and 9 is 18, and 12 is 24, if it was done during the broadcast. If not, if you don't Zelle now, call the office. I'll help you every step of the way, but it'll be the normal price. 800-254-9506. Now, here's a problem. When I analyze your credit, I need your help. I need you to answer some questions. If you have a Capital One on the credit files, it doesn't say what kind. So what do you need to do? It's very simple. Do you have a Quicksilver 1, Venture 1, X marks the spot, Venture X, or do you have a Platinum card? So I need to know what type it is. That's what you need to tell us. Next, you're going to talk to your specialist and make sure we understand this. We're working together in this process, in this program. Did you screw up American Express or Chase because they never want to forgive you? I mean, need a division of you to get around whatever you screwed up in the past. Hopefully the answer is no. But if it is, yes, we can show you how to do that too, as long as you have no intent to do fraud. A division of you makes sense to guarantee the lease of a building or a car. But if you don't, you want to be a duck and a sheep, just do it your way anyway. There you go. Now, Rapid Refresh, I created Rapid Score and Rapid Refresh 47 years ago. You know, working with Ken Yarble and Harold Stokes many years ago. It's like when we came up with gifted money to close an escrow. If you notice, every Rapid Rescore there is above 750. It guarantees it if you do what you're told. It's very simple. A Rapid Refresh is $500. That's all you need to understand. And they analyze you with that fee as well, but it's up to you. What happens is it's Zelle, and now. Or you call the office right away. Simple. Now, I'm going to tell you the truth. You might not like the truth, sorry to say, but I'm just direct. I'm not here to give you fluff. I do not have a magic wand. That's BS, by the way. And that's why my book was called BS Doesn't Pay Your Bills years ago. Now, if you want $10,000 of credit today and a corporation tax ID, you can go to Classes More, use Zelle $9.99. And I'll build it up and away for you. Simple. If you basically have a problem on that corporation or division process with you, let's rebuild you and show you ways to create cash. Take a picture. The day I came out of the coma and we found out we lost everything, we went over to Best Buy. I got an instant card for $25,000. I literally said I need a computer bag, and I got these Visa gift cards in this little square. I got to go to work. I knew flat out the faster I get my wife a house, she'll turn it to a home, leave me alone and get to go kill it again. It took me 6 weeks to build $1 million of credit to buy my wife her next dream house. You stay down because of your lack of knowledge. That's on you. This can turn into supply credit up to $51,000. So if you're jacked up, here's a way to find that solution for you too. If you want to. If you're military, your family is military, let's get the access code from Navy. All these people, you can get Navy. Some people try to circumvent and you get caught, they kind of screw it up. My worst case is Torrance, who had a 550 score, everything jacked up. I lined him up, very simple, got him a $20,000 card, rebalanced the debt. And then do it again and again and again, simple. So again, they'll give you up to $80,000 on cards and $50,000 on credit. So there's another way to play the game too, but understand, it's up to you. Our goal is to always be winning the game of business. Now, the dashboards that I created in '87 is to help build credit basically under tax ID, Experian business, Equifax business, TransUnion business. That's why you get cash credit under the entities, so we do, and we build for you. Now, here's 6341. 6341 is one of these. Very simple. And I've already popped credit for some of these people today as I look at these. I analyze with the team, and I look at every file that's ever went through my offices and every company I've ever had, period. Because I want to tell them the truth. If you screwed up, I'm going to say you screwed up. Here's a rebuilt rapid score. They want $10,000 of credit. Chris is your specialist. Okay. You have no inquiries. Please keep it that way, please. You have a collection account. Now, if it doesn't write it off up and go away, the rapid will go around it. Understand? It'll go around it right now, currently. What happens is you have basically American Express. Now let's look very carefully. It says the balance and the limit is basically 74,791. You see where it says 46%? This is a blue card. These would not say that, ever. They would just say the balance. They don't fluctuate. That blue card does. That 46% has to go down to 29%. Again, you can increase the limit or pay it down. It's going to be up to you. But again, I can get you American Express cards, golds, and platinums right away. And what do we have to do? Let's get paid over time limit up to 100,000, but it's up to you as well. So I was going to ask, did you screw American Express or Chase? The answer is no. That's all you have. Those are the two best cards on planet Earth, by the way. Now this Chase card, understand, Chase, Freedom, or Sapphire, no interest up to 22 months. Good. What happens is the cards for corporation have 6 ink cards. They'll never show up on personal file. Ink card is the way to go because you can't write off personal credit anyway. So my question for this number 6341, we never give the name. This person, that 10,000, I mean, I have to get them to sign an agreement over popping, or I just have to shrink the limit when I get the card. Because they're in the 700s already. We get to play the game. But we get to play the game when they only want 10,000. See, here's a person that makes no sense to me. This person should have 100,000 of personal and business credit. In less than 4 months, they could be in a damn escrow. Because they're going to play the up and down show their whole life. That's what they've done so far. It's silly. But again, I want you to call your specialist, and I want you to upgrade to 200,000 credit. But it's up to that person. Again, up to you. Here's 4420. Okay, no problem. We have a rebuilt, rapid score, 10,000 credit. George is your specialist, no inquiries. You have no collection accounts, great. But look at what we have. Listen very carefully. You go on Capital One's dashboard today, Capital One's dashboard. You act like you're going to make a payment. You click, and then it'll open another dashboard. It says on the right-hand side, I want. You click that, and then it opens another dashboard. It says, second to the left on the bottom, increase limits. If you change your projections, that'll recalculate. So in that Capital One, you only have 2 choices. A, you have to pay it down to 29% or increase the limit. That's all you got. Wells Fargo, good, you got that. At least we don't have crappy little crappy cards like most people do. PayPal, all right, so no problem. So here, if we balance this, let's think very carefully. No problem, Chase Mark says no, that's great. So this 614, I can guarantee if they did what they're told to do, to get a 730, which I need for Chase, by the way, for ink cards, or 710 for personal. As long as we balance this in less than 4 months or less. But again, what are we doing? They're getting 10 grand. I would call George like yesterday and let me basically get you 200,000 of credit. Put something in an escrow, please, but that's up to 4420. It's up to you. Here's 6344. Okay, here you have no inquiries. Thank you. See, what happens, people screw this up. I build the score up and away. Oh, I can get this or that, and then all of a sudden they screw it up. Listen carefully. Write down 524. Come on, I see you guys up there writing. Write down 524. Google it. Chase has a 524 rule. If you get 5 cards in 24 months, the answer is no on everything you try to do. If you don't learn these rules and tools, you get the amateur hour like you've been your whole life anyway in most cases. Collection accounts, let's get around that. All right, I had a score at 470 an hour ago. I popped him his starter card. Yeah, I got him carding with a 470. So my dashboard does all the time. But again, what do? Go around that crap. See, here we have Chase. Please don't screw up Chase. All right, do you have Navy? Do you have military? Anything? If you did, thank you for your service. It says you screwed up American Express. Now, do you want to get a new American Express? I have to do a division of you. See, it's right there. You screwed it up. Damn, why would you screw up American Express? It's probably a blue card, fluctuation. Okay. So number 6344. I would say that 5,000 credit, Jake's your specialist. Increase it to 25 to 100,000, please. Come on, this is ridiculous. But it's up to you. You could be in an escrow in 5 months from now if you want to. You can own a piece. You can get auto income right away. But again, what are you going to do? All of you, if we rebuild you, that's great. But again, you're going to make the same mistake you've done all your life, the up and down show. Most of you have screwed up at least 20 times in your credit, up and down, up and down. Here's 6343. It's 5,000, rapid rescore it, so it's 5,000. Jay's your specialist. No inquiries? Okay, you have a little collection. If that doesn't go away, I'm going to tell you to what? I'm going to tell you to pay the damn thing off. You had a bankruptcy 4 years ago, 5 years ago. Okay. You see, you could have sealed it so it didn't show up at all, and that basically companies statewide can't show it to the credit bureaus anyway. You didn't seal it. That's your problem. Now, wow, we have $1 million, a $500 crappy card at 119%. Lucky they're all crappy limits anyway. Take the Capital One, increase the limit, the rest is all crap. First Premier is the worst card on planet Earth, costs you $95 to use the card. If this person would do what they're told to do, and they have no problem with American Express or Chase, I could literally get them $100,000 in credit, literally, in 4 months or less. And then they can partner up if they wanted to. But again, the only thing hurting them right now, we need rapid rescore, and we got to push it up and away. You're in the rapid right now. Again, that's what I'd like you to do. And increase your limit with J right away. But it's up to you. From there, here's 6337. No inquiries. Please keep it that way. Here's all this collection crap. Let's see. You got Amex in there. You screwed that up. Do I see you Chase? You had 3 Amex. Screw that up. Oh, you got Chase. You screwed that up too. See, if you would have talked to me before you screwed it up, I could have showed you to buy time. But again, you're at 498. Okay, no problem. 5,000 credit rebuilt. What do we do? Well, you have no damn credit. So I got to build it like I did the last guy an hour ago. 470, you still got him a card for starter. Unsecured, by the way. But again, what do we get to do? I would tell you to increase that 5 to at least 25 to 50. Talk to Jake, he's your specialist. From here, we have 6338. No inquiries. Thank you, Jesus. There's no inquiries. I love that. See, inquiries screw everything up. You're only tied to the 680 days anyway. What do we do? No in credit. Okay, I'll pop you a card. Get your starter cards to build you up and away. Usually I have to pop 3 starter cards to rebuild you my way. 10,000, change it to 25 with George, please. This is 6336. No inquiries. Just keep it that way. Please, please, please. Okay? Here we have TD Bank. You're late. Late payments kill your score. You can't get any more. So whatever you have to do, drive Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, sell something, please do. But again, what do? Most of your cards, this is what I talk about, crap cards. This person is probably, I'd say, 58 to 64 years old. Look at all that crap. The limits suck. This is ridiculous. Okay? You should have $10,000 limit on cards, and the 29% rule is easy. Instead, you're jacking up all the crappy things you got today. It's just the truth. Rebuild 10,000 credit. Jake, upgrade it to 50,000, please, and be on time to T. All right, MT Bank, please. This person will take 6 months to rebuild, balance the score to get more. That's what they're going to take. But I want to get them 100,000 on personal business. Let us know if you screwed up American Express or Chase. 6206. There's no inquiries. Oh, goody. Rapid goes around the collection accounts. Okay. This is stupid. You screwed up an Open Sky card. It's your own damn money. Call Open Sky today. You probably put $200 there and you basically screwed it for $159. Ask him for the what? $41 back. Find out about it, please. Come on. This is ridiculous. Rebuild 5,000 in credit. Georgia specialist. Why don't we get 25 to 50? All right. You have basically Chime. Chime, Kick. All right. These people and all those other things came out of my boot camp literally in 2008. Speedy Cash, WoodburyDrug.com, Tidemax. All these companies came out of my boot camp in 2008. You don't really need them. They're just kind of in the way. It's a zero anyway. So let's play my way. Let me get you a starter card and let you 2 or 3 of those, and let's get you 25,000 of credit instead of 5. Again, I'd call George right away. Here we got 6194. You see the graphs going up and away? You see these lines all the time? So we got 15 points up and away. Wow. Rebuilt 5,000 of credit. Okay. George is your specialist. But here all we have is collections. You have no credit. So I can pop you cards to build you up and away. 3 starter cards as well. Did you screw American Express or Chase? I don't see it in that group. Hopefully the answer is no. And we get to build you up and away. Again, your specialist is George. Increase it to 25 to 50, please. 5,000 is nothing. Again, we get to play the game to win. Now, here's 5889. This is an old one. All right, basically rapid rescore. All right, rebuild 5,000 credit. Jake's your specialist. Rapid was pushing you up. But here's the problem. Is it my fault if somebody applies for credit and they sign an agreement not to? See, this is the person, a person like this, that'll complain. I was going to say be and complain. See, I didn't do all those damn inquiries they did. 2, 4, 6 inquiries here, 2 over here. See, that would have crashed your rapid rescore and screwed up the program in the first place. This is a case I tell Jake, just close the damn thing. This person's not listening. Why would you apply and get in all these inquiries and getting no's anyway? They don't know what they're doing. Now they're late on everything. Fantastic. They're dropping their score. They're getting stuck. They showed up on 8/31/2025. Believe it or not, rapid can go around all that crap. Again, we have a discover for 1300 and a capital one. Okay. If they put 25% on those and they listen and they stop knock off the crap and pay attention on those as well, from there, what do we do? Again, no more inquiries. A violation is $1,500, by the way. That means I got to add history, all right, and I got to do a new rapid rescore. I got to fix the problem you screwed up. You now have all these inquiries. It's not good. But again, they'll discount that violation, but you screwed up, not us. Don't blame me, please. This is what happens to these ding-dongs online all the time. It's your fault I screwed up. I applied for credit. It's your fault. So that's 5889. Talk to Jake, because I'll be talking to everyone on these files. That's why I have all the files. I'm going to talk to every rep on Monday morning. I make sure my hand's on all the files, no matter what we do. Keep in mind, that means flat out, that person, I'm going to tell Jake, close the case. Unless you show me a reason why not to. Again, that's what we have to do. 5889. Here's 6179. When you see MIN, that's millionaire in the making. You see, look at this. 59 points, 53 points, 46. We see the graph. That's the heartbeat of the corporation and your personal credit. George, your specialist. Here we have basically business, card for Esperian. Why would you do inquiries? I mean, here, we're setting up this program here, 6179. We're getting your score up and away, and you do inquiries on Esperian. Why? Why? We have to get rid of those paid collections now. At least you got 9,000. Please don't screw up Navy, please. I can line up anybody in Navy, get it to 50,000 line of credit and about 80,000 on cards. Please don't screw it up, please. Capital One, look at these. They're crappy little limits anyway. Okay. So again, we got credit sims. Ooh, get rid of that. It's crap, in my opinion. If this person will listen and stop the inquiries, okay, that's a violation. Going to find out what we're going to do next. Hopefully you didn't crash your rapid rescore. Because you're not supposed to apply. You signed an agreement not to. What do? We got to look at it. It says NA about rapid. Hopefully it wasn't submitted or something. I don't know. We got to look at number 6175. From there we have 6112. It's a rebuilt. It's $500 card. Chris is your specialist. You're dropping 25 points, 65 points, 23 points. What did you do? What did you do? Simple. Navy. You're not getting Navy unless I line you up. Good luck with you trying to do it on your own. Sorry. It's like basically Richard. Richard goes after Navy. No, I get him 30,000 and he gets it on his own. I can do it on my own now. His Navy's $500. The one I got him's 30,000. Mine works, his doesn't. My rules work, your rules suck. It's just the truth. But again, what do we do? There's a late payment. Get rid of the late, please. Be on time 4 months in a row. You screwed up American Express, it's right there. Why? What about Chase? Please tell me you didn't screw up Chase. It says no good. Division, you can get around that problem you screwed up. So let's see. Number 6112. If we play this game, we'll get those scores to go up and away the opposite direction. Be current. Get around the collection accounts and crap. Do no more inquiries. If I don't position you for Navy, you're not going to get it anyway. But then we have this one for $4,800. So what do? Increase your limit to $100,000. Talk to your specialist and knock off the inquiries. 6112. Here's 6185. It's a rebuilt rapid score 5,000 on credit. George, your specialist. The graph should be up and down, up and down. It's not yet, but it will be. No, you have, I was going to say you have no inquiries, but you have two. Wow. So let's see. All right. We're trying to push you up, rebuild you, rapid score, and basically 5,000 on credit, and you decide to apply for credit. Wow. I hope you didn't crash your rapid rescore. And you have a collections for Navy. Why Navy? Navy is phenomenal. If you're the one who served, thank you for your service. Let's find out zero balance. All right, let's see if we can rebuild it anyway. But again, we need some credit to get you some starter cards. Get a hold of George, say you want 25,000 versus 5. I can get 5 on one card and we're done. We're done. What do we do next? See, you need more than 5. That's the ultimate goal. Here's 59.69. And what do we got here? Okay. All right, I'm pushing up and away, rebuilt, rapid score, 10,000 of credit. Chris, your specialist, one of our supervisors, you should be going for 100,000. You decide to get 4 inquiries. Wow. You're not ready for U.S. Bank. Why would you do that? And now you have all these collection craps. You screwed up Chase. It's right there. That's sad. What do? We get around it. So we look at Capital One, increase the limit, or pace it down, and it's simple to do. And then we balance all these things right away. Here's 59.69. This person can get a 750. This will take 4 months. I get around those new inquiries they should not do. That's a violation. That's why it went red. It went down instead of up. You're playing push me to pull me. Get around the crap, rebalance the debt, and go after it from there. American Express says yes. Chase says no. Okay. Rebuild you. Get 100,000 credit, please. Here's 6102. It's $1 million in the making. 25,000 credits. Chris is your specialist. And your score is going up, and away. Okay, collection accounts, no problem. Let's get around the collection accounts. Do we have a problem with Express or Chase? It says no, I hope so. And from here we have what, 62%? On that dashboard, it will actually increase the limit for you. Pay it down or increase it. If we did this on both of these cards here, and I pop you another $3,000 to $5,000 card, we could play. Then we could go over to the corporation and build more and more and more. But again, your green lights are going up. We just need them to go up more. Rapid rescore, go after 100,000 credit and upgrade right away. We'll get you to that 750 and build you more credit as well for personal and business. You see, your cards you have for personal kind of suck. We got to get two more big cards for personal. The rest should be corporation. That's why it should be up to 100,000 credit right away. 6090, it's a rebuild with 10,000 of credit. Jake's your specialist. Your scores are going down. Why? Because you did 3 inquiries. 1 on each bureau and 2 over here. Why would you do that? You have nothing in collections. We're going up and playing down. You're playing up and down show. Now we have a Barclays, $3,000. We have to increase that limit or bring them down. Again, we might have to play teeter-totter here. That means supply credit to what? Cash credit. Could be Navy or something else. At least you got Chase. Did you screw up American Express? I hope no. It says no, no, no. Good. Here's the person at 6090. Let's say they listen and they do what they're told to do. Problem is they need 100,000 of credit. 10,000 is not enough. That could be 1 card and we're done. We're not done. Then you're going to get screwed up again. See, if you don't put 100,000 credit for personal business, and I build you that credit card you get as a bonus, you know what? That's it. What else next? You're probably going to screw it up. You need foundation status. Again, that's the goal. 6239. Rapid rescore. 5,000 of credit. George, your specialist. We have 2 collection accounts here. We're going to go around those, no problem. And you do have 1 inquiry over here on Spirit. Why? Stop the inquiries, please. See, an emergency case will help you stop it with a little fee and charge a fee and up and away again. All these cards are crap, most of them, but the $8,000 card, okay? So what again, increase the limits or pay them down. Balance the debt to 20% rule. You have no Chase problem or Amex card. So what do we do? 5,000 of credit? Come on. And maybe that's a starter, but the reality is simple. We need 100,000 credit. We need skin in the game. But if that's all you want, no problem. We'll do that for you. I think you want to change your life, right? The goal is 100,000 of personal and 100,000 for business. 6334. It's a rebuild of 5,000 credit. David's your specialist. It looks like you screwed up Capital One. Don't worry, I'll get you another one anyway. Now you went after B of A. You're at 589. You asked for Bank of America for a line of credit. You asked for Citibank. I mean, what, you expecting them to give it to you or something? I mean, come on, let's be honest. Okay? B of A had an $800 card you had before. Okay, again, what do? Look at the limits of these cards. They suck. I mean, I'm sorry, they just suck. You should have 3,000 to 10,000 on every card. Because you're playing the up and down show, you don't ever get past go. Rapid, very simple. We need it said submitted. This person, to stop the madness, needs 100,000 of personal credit, or at least as much as we can get them. So talk to your specialist. The inquiries, it's a violation. I hope it didn't crash your rapid rescore. We need to ask those questions and look on the dashboard again. Because again, balancing the debt to get more. Here's 6332. It's a rebuilt 25,000 of credit, no problem. But here, what do we have? We have Symphony. Oh, we need Symphony Bank. Let's get an inquiry to screw that up too. Wow. I don't get it. Why would we waste an inquiry on Symphony Bank? Why? Okay, it's a rebuild with 25,000 of credit. Chris is your specialist. I would tell you flat out get 100,000 of personal business. You have a paid collection. Let's get rid of that. Okay, no problem. But again, please. When I wrote the rules and I was trying to tell Yarborough in the 80s, 70s, 80s, and everything else, I wanted to do self-reporting for one reason. And they screwed this all up. The goal is a car and a house do not show up on your credit file. They look at the files, make sure you can qualify. They only show up when you screw them up. So the goal was to report car and house because they have balances on your credit score. They don't do revolving, but they have a balance to it, okay? That was what their self-reporting was about. This telecom crap, I'm sorry, you're being stupid. You do not want your electric bill, your cable, your water showing there 100%. That's called stupid. Whoever told you to do that's an idiot. Sorry, they're an idiot. Okay? What you did is wrong. I want you to remove all that now. I want it gone. Make a phone call, get rid of it. Because that's just screwing you up. It's going to block everything you're trying to do. It's called stupid. Sorry to say, but it's true. First Premier, worst card on planet Earth, $95 to use the card. Your limits, let's increase the limits, let's balance it. Oh, we got Navy, wow. Navy, let's go get some money and balance the debt some more. Let's play the game to win. I like that. It makes sense to me. But again, does it make sense to you? Skippity-dippity-doo. American Express or Chase. We get to have some fun. What do? I want you to get back with basically Chris and say, I want to increase that to 100,000. I'm not going to do more inquiries and check if I crash my rapid rescore. Then I want you to get rid of the telecom crap. Self-report. No, stop. This is not how I designed it. But again, let's balance these here. We can take this person to a 750 to 760 in less than 90 days and build them 100,000 of personal business in the 90 days as well. If they would listen. If they would just follow through. I did 6332. Here's 6335. Rebuild 10,000. Jake's your specialist. No problem. No inquiries. No collections. Goody. I like that. Keep it nice and clean. You have no credit. See, here we have no credit and we have a score. Now we're going to get some more. I have to build in 3 starter cards and build it up and away. Again, I can get 1 card and we're done. What happens if I get 1 card and you're done at 10,000? That's why you need 100,000 of personal business because you need a solution. Everybody out there today that's getting their credit repaired or rebuilt, whatever you want to call it, the right way is rebuilding, the truth. But what are you going to do next? If you don't build a foundation in order to bring the pain home and focus on auto income, you're going to go through the rabbit hole again and again. It kind of sucks, but again, it's up to you. Increase that to 100,000. Let me build starter cards. Here is 6285. Rebuilt 10,000. Jake's your specialist. See the graph going up and away? But you went after American Bank. Wow. Why would we do that? Oh, we got $300 cord. Whoa. I don't get it. You see, that $300 card's an inquiry. You're entitled to 6 inquiries, 180 days. That sucks. My Capital One card would have been 2,000 to 5,000 if I popped it for you. This is kind of silly. Sorry. The inquiry you did on your own. Please stop it. Please stop it. Please stop it. Increase to 100,000. See, we push you 100 points. 100 points. 610 to a 710. 88 points. 75 points. And then you do inquiry. See what everybody says. Well, we never really got approval. I got this invitation. Ooh, stop it. Any problem, American Express or Chase? See, here I could get this person American Express or Chase. All right, on personal right now. And I get to the 735. I can get the American Express Inc. cards. Okay. But they're only getting rebuilt 10,000 in credit. 1 card and I'm done. No. You need to upgrade with Jake right away. 100,000 in personal and business credit. Any problem, American Express or Chase? 62.99. We got inquiries. Wow, why would you do that? Huh. Look at this. Chase card. All right, 7/27/2025, and your score is 491. That sucks. Chase personal needs to be a 710. Inks need to be 730 and above, and on my dashboard. But oh goody, you got 2 inquiries, 3 inquiries, you screwed it up. Fantastic. All right. See, that was a waste of time, wasn't it? What do we do here? All right, Citibank's 40,000. At least you got a meaty card there. The rest of them suck. But let's increase the limits and let's build it, balance the score, and get some more. So I'd say American Express and Chase, please don't screw this up. If you did it my way, get 100,000 of personal business credit and knock off the damn inquiries. Please, it's ridiculous. Chase and you have a 491, are you kidding me? But again, what do we get to do? Very simple. We get to play the game to win. Increase your limits. Let's rebuild you my way. David is your specialist. Here's $60.99. The graph is going up, and away. You're listening probably. George, your specialist. To rebuild, you get $1,000 crappy little card. It's a bonus card, so we're rebuilding it. You spend $1,000. We're giving you back your money through the card. Simple. Refund you through a card. That's what I do to everybody. Give it 10 times your money you would spend all the time. That's what I've always done. But the score is going up, and away. You got a Chase inquiry. Why? Why? Chase needs 710, 730 scores. Chase, what a waste of inquiry. Again, they have their 524 rule. You have a new account with Symphony Bank. Wow. For $100, wow. Let me rebuild your my way, please, because your way sucks. George, call him right away. Tell him you want 25 to 50, if not 100,000. Please do it my way. Let me build some real cards. Let's man that woman up, okay, kind of cards? Because what you got sucks. You have a little collection account. Again, let me build you up and away. Do the 50, 100,000, please. That is $60.99. $63.26. You have one inquiry. Why would you do that? Why? Look at all the collection account we got to go around. Rapid can help you do that too. You're rebuilt, 5,000 in credit, no problem. Jay is your specialist. Then you should turn around and think about 100,000 in credit, if not plus. But it's up to you. Here we have basically Web Bank at 89%. Luckily, they're all crappy limits. So let's balance that to 25%, 29%, no problem. Chase, American Express. Let me pop that for you. I can push you, if you do what you're told to do, go around the rapid rescore to go around these collections, I can push you to 720 and above in about 60 days. If you listen and learn and do what I tell you to do. Very simple. $63.20. Okay, you have no inquiries. Thank you. Keep it that way, please. You got in a Verizon with the 0. We've got to get rid of that too. What do we have? Oh, wow. Amex, please don't screw them up, please. But here's the problem. Those are blue or clears. Because if they were these, they wouldn't have basically a percentage of debt to ratio. All cards have debt to ratio. These do not. So let's get you some gold and platinums and get rid of the debt you created for you. Again, it's up to you to balance the score to get more. Corporate credit didn't show up on personal file. You have a Chase card. I'll need to know if it's Sapphire or Freedom. Very simple. Then I want to position the Chase, all right, for the corporation. You actually have two Chase cards, one for 8, one for 10. Need to know what they are. Because we're going to go at different cards as well. Now, I understand. You're 489 and 476. Congratulations. That sucks. Rebuilt. 5,000 in bonus credit. Change it to 100,000. Let's get around the crap that just showed up. Let's basically understand how to play the game to win. And that's the ultimate goal for $63.20. Balance the score. Understand I need you to get more credit in position with your specialist. Didn't put their name on it, so again, call the office. $63.20. From here, $63.21. No inquiries. Let's get around the collections. Okay. I always look for American Express or Chase. I don't see any there. Hopefully you don't have anything you screwed up. From there, we have WOW. We have Pentagon. All right, credit union, no problem. It's 1,681%. Are you Navy? Are you military? I need to know that as well to get you an access code. And if you don't have it already, to get some Navy from there, line of credit, some credit cards. Let's rebuild you, get around all this crap. But you're going to need 50 to 100,000 of credit. That's what I tell you to do. Call Chris right away. $63.21. Again, now increasing that limit or basically bringing it down. It's not hard to do. It's not that big of a card. Here we have $56.66. Let's go skiing. Capital One Inquiry, 428. Okay. Why would you do that? Why? Here we have basically looking at the collection items. They're not real big ones, but they're there. No problem. Get around that as well with basically a rapid rescore. Okay. What do we have? Merrick Bank, 139%. Come on down. All the limits suck. You have two, all right, open sky cards, one secured, one's unsecured. Cancel the one secured, get your money back. Keep the one unsecured. All you need is $3 to build you up and away. Any problem, American Express and Chase? It says no. Okay, no problem. That quick server, I popped it for you. Okay, no problem at all. So that's my fault. No, it's my responsibility. Starter card. Now we got to build it up and away. Then we got to knock it off too. That can replace that secured capital or open sky card. Again, we got to build you. Please increase your limit. You have 100. Oh, good. You should have 100,000 9 divisions. That means you have a corporation. This file should say MIN, million in the making. We get to play the game to win. Ooh, that was 93 points. I like that one. From there, we get to play. Here's 6042. Christopher is your specialist. It's a rebuilt, rapid, 5,000 of credit. We push you up. This one, see, one's going up. Well, two are going up. One's going down. You're playing push me, pull me. Why? No inquiries. Please keep it that way. Because the capital ones you have. I need to know what type of capital ones. You probably have a Quicksilver one, a Venture, and a Platinum. We'll need to know. Because that's all you have is the capital ones, okay? So did you ever score American Express or Chase? I don't see it in the collection list. Let us know. We need to understand that 6042. Again, what do? Please go after more than 5,000 of credit. Come on, that's a bonus. Let's get to 25 to 50 to 100,000 right away. That's your goal. Number 6051. Rapid rebuilt, 5,000 of credit right away, no problem. And you're going up away, let's keep it that way. But then you did all these inquiries. Why? All right, I hope that Navy is because I lined it up for you. But again, we're going to find that out too because Navy gave you 33,000. We get to play the game to win. But again, we'll find that out and find if we get more credit on top of that too. The goal is up and away. Okay. Usually when you line it up, you get about 25 to 35,000 of credit on a card, and there's a line of credit as well. Let's balance that. Let's quit jacking it up. Let's get you past go, get you the 100,000 of personal business credit, and get you into an escrow right away. But it's up to you. Jay's your specialist. Any problem, Express or Chase? 59.95. One going down, one going up, and the other one going down too. The inquiries. Why would you go after inquiries? You're a rapid rescored 10,000 credit. You're in level 1. David's your specialist. Those inquiries would have crashed your rapid rescore. We're going to look at that some more as well. Going around the goodies. We have a late payment. Oh, well, please stop. Well, at least you have currents. Well, it shows current. This will catch up as well. And you have Navy. Please don't screw up Navy. I can help you get more credit and balance your score to get more. But again, you should go in after 100,000 of credit, personal and business, by the way. David's your specialist, 59.95. The goal overall for all of you is to understand to rebuild you. Now, that's why I created the Ray Rose University, and I've been helping people like you for 49 years. Rebuild you. If you like what you heard today, Google review, please. If you don't like me, please leave me alone. That's how it works. Not everybody likes me, and everybody likes you. If you want to go to the Dun & Bradstreet class today, take a picture. Excuse me, it's tomorrow. Take a picture, scan it, and put yes, I can send you a text or email. That's all you got to do. And I'll invite you to Dun & Bradstreet that people usually pay up to $1,000 for tomorrow. Now, if you need a space, and I don't do shared office space, at least 12 feet at a time. If you need an office and an address, you can use ours if you pay the fee. Simple. We get to play the game to win. Remember, Chapter 18 said a corporation is a legal person that may sue or be sued. Clients out there helping people, please quit using credit repair. Rebuild, help people, please. And the ones keep saying I'm rich, please change it. You're not rich, your corporations are rich. That's the way you should say it, because the IRS is watching everybody. Again, that's how it works. Do you want to be a millionaire? I would want you to say no. Do you want to be a millionaire corporation? The answer should be yes. That is 9 divisions and 9 lines of credit up to $1 million and $100,000 a month auto income. Linda's great. She listens. About 50 million people listen as well. I like that. What happens is very simple. You can hear her tell you her story. That's the ultimate goal. So if we buy an apartment complex and I tell you put some money in the escrow from the line of credit I billed you, would you do that? Let's say it's 25, 50, 75,000 you put in the escrow. You get a certificate of ownership. You own a piece of it. Okay? So when the money comes in, you get your share every month on a monthly basis called auto income. I'll invite you to become the bank an assignment of mortgage if you want. If you don't want, you just want you up to $10,000 a month, there you go. I'm going to turn that to 36,000 to 126. Becoming the bank. That's how you play the game to win. Divisions today are simple. They're 1,000 each, setting up the spear and treasure knuckle facts, and building the history, adding credit to it right away. So you can build credit by division, and it's a corporation too. Take out your picture. That's what you should call the office about today. I'm going to double the numbers to 3 to be 6, 9, 18, 12 to be 24. That's good if you do it today right away. I'm going to say Zell. And it's a now, 800-254-9506. Check out the library. Find out some books. You might want to learn some things too from me. I'm online 6 days a week. You might want to call for me today. From there, it's usually $500. Today, during the broadcast, it's $399. That way you can get it booked right away, but it's up to you. That to me would be a Zell and a now. If you need $25,000 added to a package, or you do in the beginning, it's usually $2,500. Today, we're giving it away for literally $9.99. That's the ultimate goal. If you use Zell, you save 10%. If you want $50,000 of credit, no problem, usually $5,000. All right, I'm giving it away for $29.99. If you use Zell, again, you save another 10%. You use a card, they do charge you 5% more. If you need $100,000 of credit, usually it's 10 grand. Their discount today was almost $8,000. My discount to you, if you do it right now online with me, it's $5,000 right away. That is basically up to you if you want to use a card. It is going to be a 5% fee on top of that. There's your Zell, and a now. The ultimate goal is very simple today. If you need to call the office at 800-254-9506, do it right away. The ultimate goal is to be a puppet master. See, everything you do today, what you're trying to do, I believe, unfortunately, I think you're screwed up again. I think you've done it many times. If you focus on being a puppet master, and your corporation divisions owns a piece of something, maybe you don't get 1,013 divisions. Maybe you get 5 or 10 or 20 or 30. Up to you. What do? Let's pick something boring and steady. You don't have to do anything for it. It's run by third party anyway, management companies. So there you go. But it's up to you. You should be 4A and a division. I'll be 4. Then we have a B and a C. You could own 25 to 75% of something if you want to. Auto income. That's an ownership to a division process. That's called a legacy, by the way. That's what you should do for your family too. But once again, it's up to you. So if you want to partner with me, it's simple. I have one position available. And what's going to happen today, $200,000 of credit, blueprint call. All right, 12 months of coaching. Every 3 weeks we're on the phone telling you what to do, usually $27,000. If it's done today, it's 20 grand with the $200,000 of credit. If you don't want the $200,000 of credit, no problem, it's 10 grand. And that means you're going to be the last one I get to do this for anyway. So the goal is very simple. Then I'll be sold out. If you don't have the bank statements, I do. As we partner up, we'll be able to provide that for anything else. And creditors for you. We get to play games. We get to have fun. There's your Zell today. Or the office phone number, 800-254-9506. If you want us to set up a special coaching for you, for your business, we can do that as well. Specialists can set up a 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months program as we play. I would tell you to always look at the American Express Platinum cards or the Gold cards. They don't fluctuate. They offer 99 more cards. I think that's crazy. We could build that through division process, and they have a blueprint loan up to $250. So if you want it up to that $250, we can line it up for you. If I do it with you, my bank statements and connect with you, I charge you $5,000 to do it. I don't charge you the 10% on the back end until we pop credit and we get you in an escrow. Because why? I don't want to set you up so you can pay the bill. Simple. The automatic income is auto income. If you don't have it, I do. So to connect the dots with me, it's usually $5,000. To build that up and away. Today it is offered at basically $19.99 if you did it today by Zell right away. If not, then you call the office and pay $5,000. Simple to say, simple to do. The fast track is simple. This is where I take one of my corporations, like you be a CFO for me, and we pop credit for both ways. We might even get $500,000 of credit that way. But usually that's $5,000 too. Fast track today is $29.99 if it was done by Zell only. What do? Zell. If you use a card for anything else, they're going to charge you 5% more. That's the ultimate goal. Help me help you and other people is very simple because you got to understand something. If we help people learn all the rules and tools, You could be make a firm, make a buck, make to $1,000 a day if you wanted to. Register your referrals with me. Simple. Look beyond that screen every day because someone says no. Usually it means they don't know how. We gotta understand. For me, I'm gonna do my best. Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. At the end of the day. So let's understand something today. I'd like you to call that number 800-254-9506 right away. I'd like you to join me all day tomorrow for classes. We get to play the game, we get to win. That's the ultimate gift for every one of you. But if you don't, I think you kind of blew it, but it's up to you too. Let's do our best and let God do the rest. Amen to that too. Never forget at the end of the day, God loves us all.